Greetings, Windmill. I'm Andy. And I'm George. And welcome back to the Windmill Flow of Corpse. Okay, so Lovebites, the fourth thing we're doing from them. Winds of Transylvania. That's intriguing. I don't really know what to expect. Okay, so we're actually from Romania, and we have spent some time of our lives in Transylvania. And what we can say is, it tends to get windy. It tends to get windy, that's all you have to say about Transylvania. Everything that's relevant in the context of this video. Okay. So, yeah. Lovebites, Winds of Transylvania, a Blood Love version, will be in the description below. Are you ready? No. Blow up the bus! Dude, the shredding. That was an archenemy style solo. With the better and shorter. Yes. But like the bendy wailing effect, and I think she also did the stuff with like pulling the guitar up. That's such an archenemy thing to do. Okay, the bandy whammy thing actually that came also all the way at the beginning a couple of times. I felt that was very much Pantera Cemetery Gates. It's wheels. Yeah, it's wheels, but Pantera's kind of got more like a slower pace. Archenemy's got more of kind of like pedals and speed and galloping and, well, this is power metal, not death metal, but I would still associate it more to Archenemy than to Pantera. The fact that this is power metal and I'm only comparing it to death metal bands says something about how much it hit me. Well, yeah, it actually is pretty thrash as well, if you ask me. It's really, really high octane, and the kind of fast forward pushing riff is definitely feeling quite thrashy to me. Thrashy, not trashy. And the melodies, the vocal melodies, I'm actually getting a bit of an anime style of melody from them. It's got that cinematic narrative kind of feeling, and it's also alternating with the anime images, which is probably giving me a bias. I am very much biased. I'm a dude with a bias. Our bias are corrupting our brains. So, thing that I don't think I heard on the previous one, the actual orchestral layer. I don't think we had that before, did we? I think we had a bit on the last one. I don't think I've heard it on the ones before that. It's hitting me almost Nightwish level. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, let's keep going. Okay, so the intro and the outro had some of these more cliche horror, like vampire themed melodies, but the rest of it between that was like, oh, metal. That outro, apparently we be Chewie. No. I don't want to get eaten. No. Especially not by an animated character. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was teethy. Bro, what happened on the solo part after we let it go, like the harmonization part, and then that bridge, it was so technical and intense. That's Lovebites going progressive. Yeah, I was thinking it was going progressive and slightly like horror orchestral kind of stuff because it has those really dramatic strikes, and then flew back into just one guitar solo. Yeah, so you had first solo, then harmonized solo, then bridge, then another solo. Yeah, and the drumming throughout the whole thing was it was galloping all the time, and when it wasn't galloping, it was doing insane build-up transitions, and that reminds me very much of this dork. Yeah, from The Agonist. Yeah, so it reminded me very much of the style of drumming from The Agonist's latest releases, and that's some of the best death metal drumming you can see. It's definitely the most extreme we've checked out so far, which means it made me happy. Yeah, this was, I don't know, they just, all the way through, they just had this vibe of like absolute badasses, like not mucking about for 1 second, just absolutely slaying it. Yes. And the song had that vibe, and they had that vibe, and I'm still struggling to take it all in. I think I'm gonna come back to this one. This one definitely sold me the most of everything we checked out from there. It's also because it had the studio sound, I think, that it sounded a lot more hi-fi professional. Not to say that their live performances didn't sound professional, but it's the first time I'm actually hearing their studio sound and it's hitting me on a different level. Yeah, I get that. I probably like the previous one better. It had more feely feels to it. Yeah, it had more feely feels and it was more anthemic. This is more like metal. Dynamic and action kind of the soundtrack. The word that you're looking for is metal. 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 So if you enjoyed this metal, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on. Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon. Metal.